The Philippine government has distanced itself from the ongoing military takeover and democratic reforms in Myanmar, adding that it supports the sovereignty and territorial integrity of the Southeast Asian country. More of the details from Naomi Tiburcio.
The United Nations is taking action to preserve human rights amid the ongoing coup d'etat and the resistance in Myanmar. Last week, the United Nations Human Rights Council adopted a resolution demanding the release of Aung San Suu Kyi and other officials detained by the military. But the Philippines chose to distance itself from the consensus by disassociating together with countries China, Russia, Venezuela, and Bolivia. The Department of Foreign Affairs says this does not mean that the Philippines is opposing the release, but the move aims to give Myanmar space to resolve internal matters rather than impose foreign solutions. The DFA's latest statement on Myanmar caught many experts by surprise.
To disassociate with that kind of principle or value ay kagulat-gulat, lalo-lalo na sa Pilipinas na pag makikita naman natin sa ating konstitusyon, klarong-klaro that we are a liberal democratic country.
But does the statement actually equate to Philippines disregarding democratic process? Malacanang has this to say.
And I quote, "The Philippines will settle for nothing less than and nothing else but the complete restoration of the status quo in which Myanmar had made so much progress." Yan po ang posisyon ng ating presidente. So your question actually po is misleading.
Other Filipinos who remain in Myanmar say they are more afraid of the statement due to the possible repercussions on the Filipinos. Because of this, they ask not to be identified on air. Gemma, not her real name, says she is more afraid to go outside but clarified there are no threats to their lives. Maricel, also not her real name, says this was not the statement they were expecting from the Philippines, but will continue to fight to achieve democracy in their second home. Renowned political science professor Dr. Clarita Carlos says she doubts this will have an effect on Filipinos. She adds DFA's statement placed Philippines in the best position.
And seeing, and you're trying to find out whether things will deteriorate there, and that may lead to violation of human rights, which everybody else should be concerned with.
Despite this, the embassy earlier gave a strong statement to Myanmar military not to touch Filipinos. Tonight, the first relief flight following the coup d'etat arrived in the Philippines, bringing home 139 Filipinos. Naomi Tiburcio for The Nation.